The first step is to set up and power on the Quantifit. Make sure you have plenty of room for both the operator and the test subject. The operator may remain seated for the testing, but the subject must be able to stand and bend forward. Make sure your test area allows enough room for movement during the testing. Your case contains all the cables and attachments needed to do a proper fit test. You'll need the power cable, the triple hose assembly, the white trigger button, and the fit test adapter. When inserting the power supply, the flat side should face up. When removing the power cord, you must pull on the portion with the flat top in order to release the cord lock. On the back of the instrument, you will also find connections for PC interface, USB ports for keyboard, printer, and memory stick, and calibration ports. On the front of the Quantifit, there is a selector called the optical sensor knob. You can turn this either clockwise or counterclockwise to select items on the menu screen. To enter a selection, press gently on the sensor knob. Also on the front are 4 soft touch buttons. Through these buttons and the optical sensor knob, all of the functions and menu items on the Quantifit are accessed. Most menu items may also be accessed through the included keyboard by using the cursor arrows and the Enter key. When the Quantifit is turned on, the screen will prompt you to do a daily calibration. It is highly recommended that a calibration be performed each day of use. If you have already done a calibration and wish to continue testing, you can bypass this function by pressing Exit. The first step to be performed is the zero pressure calibration. This is done to remove any residual pressure resident in the system and establish a zero base for testing. To do this step, simply remove the triple tube set if connected and press Enter by pressing on the knob. The Quantifit will automatically remove residual pressure and set itself to 0. Once the unit is zeroed, the next step will be a dual tube calibration. You'll notice there are 2 clear tubes and 1 blue tube. The 2 clear tubes are a part of the triple tube assembly, and these are referred to as the dual tubes. The screen will prompt you to connect the dual tubes to the front and back of the Quantifit. One end of the dual tube has a male and female connection. These will be connected to the flow and pressure connections on the front of the unit. Although not necessary for the calibration, you may want to connect the blue tube to the valve port at this time. Connect the opposite ends of the clear tubes to the dual tube cal ports on the back of the instrument. It does not matter which port you connect them to since they are interchangeable. Now you're ready to begin the calibration. Press the knob to begin the calibration. The dual tube calibration will run 8 different flow rates and will take approximately 1 minute to complete. This calibration confirms that the Quantifit is operating properly and within specification. When the calibration is complete, the results are saved into the internal memory of the Quantifit. The Quantifit stores only the most recent calibration. To print a copy of the calibration, select Print. If you are running the FitTrack software, you can save the calibration data in the computer database. We'll discuss that process later in this presentation. If for any reason you wish to do a second daily calibration, you can go to the Dual Tube Cal under the System menu and repeat this procedure.